All right, welcome to this week's weekly recap. I'm filming this on September 29th, 2024, but this is the weekly recap for yesterday, September 28th, 2024. And we're going to talk about what happened this week, what we predicted last week, and how that played out going into this week. So, in last week's video, we discussed how this is a giant market maker buy model, right? Coming off of this breaker block here. You can see this is a low, high, lower low, higher high. We push up, push back down into this breaker block, and also tap into this fair value gap here. And this marked the low of this market maker buy model. Now, because we were expecting this to be a market maker buy model on the high time frame, going into this week, so you can see the start of this week was Monday, September 23rd. We were expecting the rest of this essentially low resistance liquidity to get ran. And you can see here that we did actually go and run the rest of this low resistance liquidity. And our draw on liquidity specifically was, if I go to the monthly chart, you can see we had this previous month's high that was essentially where price was being drawn to. So you can see this weekly candle close, or this weekly candle did not quite get to the previous month's high. So this was the draw on liquidity going into this week, and we did hit essentially our weekly objective. So this previous month's high was where we were expecting price to be going this week, and we were right about that in our last week's weekly outlook. So previous month's high. Now, we also discussed in our weekly outlook last week how this is a giant weekly fair value gap that price would also be drawn to. This weekly fair value gap here, and price has actually reached into this weekly fair value gap like we were saying that it probably could. So you'll also note here that this is a order block. We hit the mean threshold of this order block here, the midpoint of this candle body from the open to the close, and we hit that mean threshold and we reacted off of it. So going into this next week, because we reacted off of this key level here, this mean threshold, and because we pushed into this weekly fair value gap and we closed back below this previous month's high, and we completed this market maker buy model on the daily time frame, I am anticipating possibly move back down because we formed a swing low and we swept this high. So we swept previous month's high, formed a swing high, pushed into the mean threshold. So going into this next week, I'm expecting a move lower, possibly to target this, at the very least, this daily fair value gap here, because at the very least it could keep going. But you have to understand this. This is external liquidity, right? Oh, I guess this is technically internal liquidity, so I should probably be careful with what I say because this is a fair value gap here. But anyway, we swept previous month's high, we closed back down after hitting the mean threshold, so I'm anticipating a move back down. And it's also worth noting, I shouldn't be talking about this in my weekly recap. I guess this could be weekly recap and weekly outlook. So, but yeah, expecting a move possibly back down, and pushing into this fair value gap possibly as the draw on liquidity. So, is there anything else I need to talk about? To me, that seems like what's going on, but we will see with this coming week. So, not sure if there's anything else to cover here. But yeah, possibly. Oh, this was the other thing to mention was this was not just this weekly fair value gap and order block here, but this is a weekly breaker block as well. So price pushed into this weekly breaker block. So this high, low, higher, high, lower, low. This is a breaker block. And now it held the top of that as well. So possibly now we could be forming a new market maker sell model. So we will see if this actually plays out, or we'll see if we are wrong, or if I am wrong, because I'm the one doing the analysis. So yeah, this will be the weekly recap and the weekly outlook going into this next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.